Hi, it's Sai. The new Sonic movie was mwah, chef's kiss, again, another banger. So I'm here with a related video, designing the Sonic characters as humans. If y'all don't know what Sonic is a game/mascot of Sega. Kind of the rival of Mario/Nintendo in that aspect. And if you don't know what Sonic is, y'all really living under a rock this time, because it's everywhere. It's just the same as a platform game, but make it fast, because Sonic is fast as fuck. I grew up with the games alongside Mario, but that's not important. I was heavily part of the Sonic fandom, designed my own OC, made silly comics, watched those shitty Sonic love stories on YouTube that were made with Movie Maker and had popular pop songs that are now copyrighted. The good cringy days. I also got the love for heavy metal and those so-called emo bands. The music they used for the games were bangers, so obviously I loved Sonic. Still do now, so that's why I want to humanize them. A lot of you will disagree with these designs, and that's fine, but this is how I see them, so that's what we are going with. I will do the rest soon, whenever I don't feel like I'm losing it. Alright, now let's get started with the video. As Sonic, the main character of the story, is first. Who would have thought? Sonic is the main character of the series, Sonic. I mean, his name is in the series name. He has to be the main character. He is a hedgehog who would run at the speed of light, I think, or sound, I don't know which one, and is afraid of water or just can't swim. One of the two. Goes against Eggman a lot, the basic stuff. Anyways, he is supposedly this cocky person who can actually back it up. God, I love people who are cocky and can actually back it up. So I gave him his iconic smirk. It's mandatory for this bastard. Me and my sister headcanon that in this world, Mobians have ears and tails that represent their animal species. Like foxes have fox ears and tails and so on. I didn't draw Sonic's tail here. Sorry, I forgot, but it's there. I promise. Just pretend. I accidentally forgot to draw everybody's tail here, so please forgive me. I only did tails's because they're there. Just pretend they're all there, okay? For his front hair, I wanted to make it look like how his fur is rounding around his eyes. I don't know how to explain that, but I wanted it to frame his face like it is on his hedgehog form. For his full hair, I originally had a concept art of him and drew long hair. I then redid it now to short hair because I feel like it looked better. It captured more of his look rather than a long hair look. I did these concepts art of what I wanted and wanted to test out some new hair I could use on him, and I ended up with the short spiky hair, as well as his front hair not being pushed back anymore. I gave him a bandage on the nose for his nose reference and a turtleneck-like jacket that is sleeveless because I like Sonic with his normal arms. He ain't having blue arms here. His jacket is cropped since Sonic shows his stomach, unlike any other character who has fur on it, which I always question why, but I decided to give it to him because, come on, he looks like he's slaying. I gave him bandages like his Sonic Boom look because I like the idea rather than gloves. Personally, I don't like Sonic Boom because they make the characters look dumb, but I guess it's for comedy purposes. Sonic Boom is more of a show you want to watch if you want to laugh on something. But I do love Sonic. He is so sassy on it. He is honestly a whole ass mood in the show, and I relate to him a lot. I gave him belts that look like he has his iconic rings on it. Oh, also his earring looks like his iconic money rings he collects. So I gave the jacket some straps because I felt like it was a bit barren on his shoulders, and a scar because why not? Maybe he got it from fighting Eggman or other villains, who knows? I gave him sweatpants since that's all I thought of that people use to run. I'm not athletic, I don't know what people use to run anymore. So the backstory I have for him, because I like making up backstories for characters that probably already have one, and just like making it up because, again, I just want to have fun. Come on now. You guys can disagree if you want to, but again, this is just what I like to do, so disclaimer on that. I like to think Sonic was restricted when he was younger, so when he left his home, he finally felt free and went on adventures, and still does till this day. He misses his siblings Sonia and Matic. Yes, I don't care if they're not canon. I want them to be canon, because Sonic Underground was a cool concept to me, and I'm so sad they cancelled it. So they exist to me. I don't care. I love them. Maybe I'll create a human version for them, who knows? Anyways, he has people to care for now, and he is doing just fine. For his colors, y'all already know. Of course, the colors of a hedgehog, His skin color I made a little darker instead of copying his actual skin color on his muzzle. I don't know, I just want to be original. Also for his hair, I kind of dulled it a little back. He has his ears pointy because hedgehog ears. I don't think they have ears, but I guess it was just like a thing. I don't know, my sister did it and I wanted to do it, so here we are. Sweatpants, I really didn't know what colors I wanted to pick for the sweatpants, so I just put a random color, I guess, that works for him and his color palette. His shoes, I didn't make him exactly like his shoes. I kind of made them up a little bit, but they're doing good and they look, I guess, fine. I think on the colors, I lacked a lot. It feels simple and not finished. I don't know, but I kind of don't like it. Also, I struggled with the skin color at the very end, as you could tell. I wanted it to be tan, so Knuckles could be dark and Tails could be pale. That's what it looks like in the middle. Anyways, here's Sonic. It lacks a lot of pizzazz. Like, I think he deserves a little more, but it's a passable design, and I hope it looks cool at least a little bit. It is time for Knuckles. Knuckles is an echidna who, in my opinion, has a bit of a temper. I don't know, but he likes fighting and punching things. I like his personality a lot, though, in Sonic X. Yeah, I watched Sonic X. I prefer it a lot better than the newer shows. I just love how mysterious Sonic could be, and how everyone else is doing stuff, and Sonic's in the sideline. Sure, the main point should be Sonic, but I like that he's this mysterious badass who is like, comes in at the last minute and defeats the villain, and it's so cool. The other characters also act a little better, except Amy. Oh my god. But I know she acts better, so yeah, that's the only person I do not like. Plus Chris. Chris is a little annoying. So yeah, him in Sonic X, he's cool, but a dork at times. But Sonic Boom him is the worst. He's funny, sure, but I feel like they made him so dumb, and I don't feel like that's Knuckles at all. For Sonic, they made him so sassy, and I love it. Like I was saying, Mans is so done with everybody's bullshit, but Knuckles, he's just sad. I wish they made him more cooler. Anyways, for his design, I wanted him to be bulky. As you could see, I kind of struggled a lot with the muscles a little bit, but I tried, trust. I gave him his sharp looking eyes he originally has. Also, I still kept his knuckles sharp because he can't be called Knuckles without his iconic knuckles. Come on now. Bandages too, cause they look cool. Also, Sonic Boom reference. I gave him straps for a bit of a structure to the outfit, as well as his waist having a cloth around it to represent his tail, despite him having a tail already, but again, I forgot, so please pretend it's there, okay? I have a concept design of him I made for this ref sheet, and I feel like it looks better chibi than full. Ugh. Anyways, I made his iconic Nike sign chest an open shirt front, cause I thought it looks cool, and men chest, moi. For his hair, I decided dreads would be sick on him to represent his thick spines he has. Also add hair accessories since I've seen him with bandages on his hair before and thought that would be a cool reference. Please forgive me on the dreads. I can't draw dreads for shit. I don't make them look as cool as other people, so sorry for making them not look as cool. My apologies. Also, for dear lord, can I ever stop giving every man character I design cargo or baggy pants? I need to be original, damn. His shoes are just his regular shoes, but except for this Lego looking ass piece on his laces. Instead, I gave him laces. I gave him a gold armband because it looked Guardian-like. I don't know. I forgot to mention him and Sonic have slit eyebrows. I don't know, I thought it fit. Also earrings to match his chest crest thing. His colors again to me lack an oomph to it, but I love how his skin color turned out. He looks so juicy, wow. For his story, he is just the guardian of the Master Emerald. Got tricked by Eggman, that Sonic was the bad guy and ended up working with Sonic in the end, you know, just like the games. Rouge tends to come by and tries to take the Master Emerald, but it's all in fun to tease him. Also, she hopes one lucky day she could actually take it. That's all I got for him, sadly. I really don't think of anything else to add, sorry. Anyways, that was Knuckles. I love how he looks and how I colored him. I just wish the colors had a little more impact. I don't know, it is kind of bland, but still love the way he looks. My only issue is the fact I can't draw dreads, right? So please forgive me on that. So the drawing might look different from the rest, and that's because I'm not making a rough sheet for this character, because this is my sister's design. I love her design so much, so this is like a fan art piece for her, but still, I really wanted to show it off to you guys and say that it's like a design thing because her design is so cool and I can't draw it myself to make it look better than hers. So yeah, here it is, showing it to the world. But still, I really like how she did her human tails, so I'm gonna keep her design. I asked her to write down what her thought process and ideas for this design were, and I'll read them out for y'all. Get used to this type of format in future videos, since I keep a lot of her designs rather than make a whole new design myself. I know it's a bit lazy, but I just can't get rid of her designs. It's kind of one reason why I make fan art for it, so you guys could actually see my art style instead of asking her to do it, so you guys could, you know, see me at least draw it and not take her credit. Tails is a two-tailed fox who is smart for his age, cause I ain't seen no 8-year-old be able to fix up a plane. Also, I know they don't have canon ages, but pretend he is like 8 or 10, I don't know. I can't draw kids. They look like teens and I hate it. Tails is like a little brother to Sonic, always helping him out and following him around. He is really adorable. His voice is raspy, so it gives him this kid-like feel. Still, motherfucker could build a whole ass nuclear if he wanted to. My sister wrote down her thought process, so I'm going to read them for you. She made sure he looked techie and like an 8-year-old. Sadly, she said she failed. Don't worry, I did too. I also made him a happy boy, because he loves Sonic and he always lightens up when he sees him. She gave him childlike clothes mixed with mechanic overalls and wanted to give him mechanic gloves instead of white gloves, but kept the black wrist things to hold the gloves in place. Added a scarf because his neck felt too plain. She kept the color of his shoes but made them into boots. Goggles are inspired by tech and steampunk a little bit. They're really thick because they have extra parts into it, like magnify, thermostat, etc. I also added a band-aid because his face looked a little plain and she wanted him to look like a reckless kid. But reckless kid doesn't have bandages. I mean, look at the people he hangs out with. Knuckles, Sonic. She looked up fox eyes and nose for him, but made his eyes bigger since Tails has big eyes, but kept the fox shape a little bit. His front shaped teeth are behind his sharp bottom teeth because when looking up fox teeth, she saw their teeth like that. She wanted to make him a ginger kid, so gave him freckles, gave him fluffy hair because she likes fluffy hair, and made him have 2 different hair colors so that he has the orange from his body color and the white from his muzzle. The hair next to his face represents the muzzle, and the top of his hair is pushed back in the middle only by the goggles so that it could bounce back to the front and represent Tails' 3 strands of hair. She had no inspiration other than Tails and Fox pictures and mechanic outfit. For the backstory she wrote for him is that Tails' parents wanted a kid but couldn't have one, so they were desperate and asked help from a shady place. And quote-unquote Miles, Tails, was born. But to his parents, he looked like a freak with 2 tails and thought they were cursed. So they left him in the orphanage, and he lived there for a while, but eventually left because kids bullied him and no parents wanted to adopt him. He met Sonic on a day he was getting bullied because of his tails, and Sonic helped him. I think this show's in a game or an anime, I don't know, but I've seen it somewhere and I thought it was cute. He admired and idolized him, that he followed him and has been with him since that day. Since Tails slept alone with no home after leaving the orphanage, he feared thunder because it would be stormy some nights. He hates it when people talk bad about his work because it reminds him of those days. But luckily he's no pushover anymore. His flaws is that he kind of likes to make and build things out of scratch with random things he finds. I mean, that's why he kind of upgraded Sonic's plane without Sonic telling him he was allowed to. Also, he kind of likes to babble about his works a lot. The most annoying flaw is that he is pretty late in telling Sonic about a trap or important things and gets in the way so Sonic doesn't get hurt. Or is that Sonic's flaw? I guess that's why Sonic started slowing down a little bit to listen to people before he runs. I forgot to mention Knuckles' flaws. I just think he's just angry and punches things when he's angry, and that's like apparently a flaw. Sonic, he's just reckless as fuck, y'all already know. So yeah, it turned out great. Rev sheets are usually not my favorite thing to do since I can't go all out with the shading or make the post dynamic, but here I can, so I love how it turned out. His design is so cute and I loved how my sister did it, and I hope you guys could like it too. Again, same format as Tails. This design is my sister's. I love it so much, I had to include it too. Shadow is like an anti-hero, he does his own thing. He was the antagonist in Sonic Adventure 2, I think, but he's now part of the gang. Despite him being all edgy and shit, they love him for being a part of the group. He's really cool in my opinion, and his color scheme is, I love it. As a fellow alt person myself, he's a badass. Anyways, here's what my sister wrote. She thought about making him almost look like Sonic, but not a lot, so he's his own person. He had a different outfit look, and that's all. She kind of used a bit of the GUN outfit inspo, but not a lot. She used a different aesthetic because he may work for them, but he likes being his own being. Gave him a leather jacket and added some fluff on the inside of the collar. Gave him gloves with a hole in the knuckles for some more fist power. And made them black because she thought it looked cooler than white. Can't see, but he has the red markings on his arms and legs, so she also added them on the pants and jacket. Sadly, I forgot to add them to my drawings. Fuck, pretend they are there, just pretend. Back to her notes. She wanted to keep his pushed back hair because he always does this little fixing his hair idle animation in the games. Gave him a little front hair for the red streaks on his head. If you look at his back hair, you can see one part going down and two going up because quills. Gave him gun holsters because he can use guns. Obvi. But with both his hands, because he's ambidextrous. I think I said that right. The red eyeliner thing around his eyes aren't makeup. They're markings. He was born with them, because he ain't exactly human/hedgehog. She made his eyes sharp a bit smaller than his hedgehog form, because she wanted him to be with a tired and with your bullshit look. His story is the same as Canon's Shadow. He was created to cure Maria with the DNA of Black Doom, and eventually became friends with Maria. Meanwhile, he would study about Earth and other school subjects with Maria. And with Gerald, he studied how to use his powers and how to control them. That little bitch that later became GUN leader, I don't know his name, he felt like he was a monster, like the aliens that they got the DNA from. Luckily, Maria made sure he was loved and happy. But GUN attacked and killed Maria while he was sealed and frozen in time. 50 years later, he was unsealed by Dr. Eggman and thought that Maria wanted him to avenge her and kill the planet. But Sonic happened, he died, blah blah blah, you know, the game story. For his flaws, she said he has no flaws. He's a perfect android. Maybe he gets a bit of a high ego in his head, just a little bit. He also has a soft spot for small cute things. He gets annoyed easily. His trauma is Maria dying, Avi, so he doesn't like leaving people behind if they have the risk of dying. Except Sonic sometimes, because he could trust and knows that he could take care of himself. Anyways, the art turned out so cool to me. I made him look badass, at least, and that's all that matters. The design is lovely, and thank you to my sister for letting me use it for this video. And that shadow. Thank you for watching, you've reached the end. I know y'all were probably expecting more and other characters, but I only did these because of the Sonic movie, you know? And maybe I'll do the rest later, who knows? For now, I just have these guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the designs. I love how they turned out, and I'm proud of them. I'll leave my sister's socials down in the description if you like her character design of Tails and Shadow. Just to warn you, she doesn't post much, but still, I think she'd appreciate y'all dropping by anyways. Still, I appreciate her designs, and I hope you guys like them too. Please appreciate them in the comments so I can tell her. Anyways, like and subscribe for more, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.